Akheem, you're the Akheem.
The one and only.
Akheem, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it. How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you.
My name is Mac. I'm from the Fort Worth Star Telegram. I appreciate it. Fort Worth is obviously a Texas town.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people around here are saying, "Oh no, Miami ruined the Cotton Bowl by beating Texas A&M." Not everybody said that. Everybody kind of respected A&M here because they were the higher seed.
Yeah.
Could you tell when you won that game that you really, by winning that game, you really did change the playoff considerably?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any sense of that whatsoever, or what that upset meant to this particular playoff bracket?
I don't really know what it meant to this playoff bracket. I just know that we're trying to paint this narrative of who we are, not by talking, but by showing you guys on the field, right? But after the clock hit zero, it was a surreal feeling. It was my first playoff game, first playoff win, and it felt great. But honestly, all I could think about as soon as the clock hit 0-0 is this game. Yeah, we won that game, and my mentality was just on to the next. And I was really just prepared for being in this moment right now here.
So take me back a couple, 6 games ago. I don't know the games.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys got upset by us, which was down the street.
Yeah.
Did anything occur to you? Did you ever think about, oh man, our playoff chances are gone because you didn't win that game?
I did. I was in as soon as we lost the game, I went into the bathroom. I just sat there for like maybe 15 minutes, just not knowing what to think. Is our season over? What's next? What are we fighting for? What am I fighting for? Obviously, that wasn't the case. We're here, but I did have mixed feelings, and I didn't know what to think after that game.
So, at what point did the emotion of that disappointment settle down, when you realized we still have a lot to play for? We can still do things that we felt like we could do before we lost that game yesterday.
It was a team meet. The following, I think it was the following day. No, 2 days after, on Monday, we had a team meeting. Coach Cristobal, he told us like our chances aren't, like, we're not done. We can still fight for a playoff spot. We just got to win out every single game. We got to go 1-0 every single week, and that's what we did. And then I think once we played our following game after SMU, our chances were like 3%. I'm not sure, but we needed stuff to happen around the country. We needed certain teams to lose, and we needed to win out. And the dominoes fell in the right position, and then we end up here.
So when you did win that game, you played in a lot of cool stadiums, a lot of great atmospheres. Was the one at Kyle Field any different, cool than other places that you came?
Besides playing at the Hard Rock, it is my favorite place to play.
No kidding.
I love the 100,000, like 100,000 deep, all rooting against you. I love that feeling. I love it. I love the adversity. I love silencing the crowd. I just love knowing that I'm in enemy territory and there's 100,000 of them rooting against us.
So you won't have that here on 2 nights from now. Would you rather play on campus stadiums for these games?
On campus?
Yeah.
I like the neutral site. I don't want to play in Columbus right now. It's cold. But Miami would be great, obviously. But I like the neutral site. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you.
How you doing? Okay.
You and Ruben are the best edge rusher duo in college football. What has made you guys blow up the way you did this year?
I think it's the way we compete against each other every day, whether it's conditioning in the weight room, because me and Ruben, we work out together, and then on the field with pads on, we just compete against each other, trash talk. He tries to run faster than me, or vice versa. When it comes to lifting weights, bench, power cleans, stuff like that. We're always competing. He definitely has me in squat. He squats about 640. I don't know. I'll never put 640 on my back, but I think it's just the way we compete against each other.
How have you seen this program grow the most over your years here?
I think it's the culture. Well, Coach Cristobal established a culture, and more people are starting to buy into it. When he first arrived, not a lot of people bought into it. It was kind of a culture shock for most people. They weren't used to it. But as the years went on, he brought in new people, and then the people who were there from day one also helped establish that culture, and everybody in the building starting to buy into it.
The front seven massacred Texas A&M. We'll call it like it is. You guys massacred. How can you guys? What are you guys going to do to be able to throw Julian Sain and the Ohio State offense off the same way you did against Texas A&M?
Well, we want to create negative plays by knocking the line of scrimmage back. It starts up front, as I always say. If we can knock the line of scrimmage back and be the more physical front, I think we'll be able to make the running backs and Julian Sain very uncomfortable.
Thank you, sir.
Akheem, Coach Taylor and Ruben were both talking about how competitive the two of you are and how everything is a contest.
Yeah.
What is that relationship like, and how competitive are you?
I think it's a great relationship. You always want somebody to be able to compete against, but we compete on it's everything. It could be like we have GPS like catapults and stuff in our pads. It could be like who ran the fastest during practice, who had the most explosive get off, who had the most explosive yards. It could be little things, and then it could be I'm gonna get to the passer. I'm gonna get to the quarterback before you. All right, bet. Show me you can. So it's in everything we do. I love it. It makes me better, and it makes him better.
All right, can you remember any particularly ridiculous examples of things that you guys were super competitive about?
We were arguing the other day. Not arguing, but we were going back and forth the other day about something. I can't remember. It happens so often. I can't remember no little detail, but it could be like. It could be about how much film you watch. It could be anything. It could be who got to practice earlier. Whatever it is, it's just anything.
And so, but in the end, what does that do for the two of you?
It makes us better. Cause like I know he's watching me, and I'm also watching him. I'm trying to outperform him, and he's trying to outperform me in everything we do. So ultimately, it makes us better. And then not only us, the younger guys see that, and they want to follow our footsteps, and it makes them better. So it really, it's contagious.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Mainly just tell us how you feel today, how you be prepared to such a big game, the biggest in 20 years plus for the University of Miami.
I feel great, prepared, physically prepared, mentally prepared. I just can't wait for the opportunity.
How do you feel about this game in the sense of representing Miami? Like all those that are watching, all those fans, all those kids that see your name, one of the biggest stars in NCAA. What do you tell those kids? Playing Fridays like you were watching it today.
Well, I love representing this university. I love, the fans, the alumni, the legends who pass in and out the building. It's the U is a huge brand, and not only a brand, it's also a family. Like I love it. The U is me. I feel like I have embodied what the University of Miami means, and what I tell little kids, is just to keep working, but also just to have fun with the game. At the end of the day, it's a game, right? But obviously, the further you go, the more serious it gets, and it's becoming like a job. But sometimes you can't look at it as a job. Me, before every game, I remind myself to just go out there and have fun. Like play the game you fell in love with as an 8-year-old kid, just out there with my mom on the sideline cheering me on and stuff. Although she's not going to be on the sideline, she's at home. But I love this game. I love this university, and I love that I'm able to inspire younger people by the way I present myself, whether it's on the field or outside, whatever it is. I just want to be an example.
Thanks.
No worries.
One more question. How do you handle workload and school load? Because this is an intense schedule.
Workload and school load? Well, we have a bunch of like academic specialists, tutors, whatever it is. So I just talk to our academic advisor, Ms. Jessica. And anytime I have any questions or I need help with anything, she'll provide it. You know, whether it's an hour of tutoring, it could be twice a week, 3 times a week, daily if you want. Whatever you need, they're there. So we have a practice schedule that we have to follow, obviously. And me, I like to do extra work. But it's not, I don't find it, when I first got into college, it was difficult to manage my time. But now it's not as difficult as I've been doing it for the past 5 years. But obviously school first and then football. But it's not
That's
very
what
difficult.
Mom wants to hear.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
Thank you, man.
No problem.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
What's up, Keith?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. I don't know, what are the conversations with you and Rube at the hotel room?
Oh, not really anything out of the ordinary. Me and Ruben are roommates. So let's say yesterday after we had meetings and stuff, we just walked around the hotel. We went to grab a bite while we were watching the 49ers and Bears game. So we just talk about ball a little bit. We don't really talk too much, not often, about the game that we're about to have, unless it's on the field or in the meeting room. Maybe if I have a question, I'll ask him or vice versa. But it's just casual talks.
You seem so calm. Like this is a huge moment.
It is.
Has it hit you yet?
I don't think so. I think it'll hit me once we finally, once both teams run out the tunnel. But at the end of the day, it's a game, and I love this game. And I block out the noise, I block out the crowd. It's just the game I fell in love with when I was 8 years old. It's the same thing.
Now you're gonna have millions watching. This is the biggest stage. Just curious if it feels, different walking on this grass maybe than any other place that you played, even though it's not turf.
Not necessarily. When I look at the grass, it's just another football field. But then once you look around, the jumbotrons, all these different things, it's amazing to look at. But at the end of the day, we're playing football on the gridiron.
Your story kind of been, I don't want to say underappreciated, but an underdog, kind of like this team. Now it's Ohio State reigning national champs. What is it about kind of that mentality that you embrace that you feel allows you to have success?
I think my mentality that embraced me to have success starts from when I was in Canada, being underlooked, people telling me I'm undersized, I'm not fast enough, I'm not strong enough, things like that. I work to prove people wrong and also to make my mom and my family proud.
It's kind of a tough question, but potential first round pick playing in a stadium like that, does that enter your mind at all, or is that somewhere back there?
Not at all, man. This between the lines, this football, it's a gridiron.
What's surprised you the most about this experience so far?
The size of our hotel is huge. The convention center, it's huge, bro. Me and Ruben were walking around. It took us 10 minutes to get from one side to the other. We went to this little Christmas. They had a Christmas sponsored kind of event. I don't know, not sponsored, but this Christmas event. A bunch of ice skating and yeah, it was cool. We went to Build-A-Bear.
Good.
I got my girl a Build-A-Bear. He got his people Build-A-Bear. We were just chilling. But it's nice. It's huge though.
Yes. Good luck. I don't think we're talking to you again until Wednesday, but hopefully to win.
I appreciate it.
See you.
Thank you, man.
Good luck with everything. Congrats on everything.
Thank you.
Excited.
Thanks for Reeves. I guess what stands out when you look at the film, what stands out in Ohio State's offensive line?
But they're a big group, talented group, obviously experienced. They work well together. They want to run the ball. They're a strong group. They're a gritty group. They're going to try to do everything to get us on the ground and lay on top of us, whatever it is. But we just got to be the most physical group up front.
Is there any game in particular you go back and turn that film on to try to see how to attack them?
I've watched Minnesota, Indiana, Penn State, Rutgers. I watched a bunch of different games. There's not really a specific game that stands out. Indiana did get after them a lot. But there's not really a particular game that I watch. I really just go through everything.
When you watch that Indiana game, obviously 5 sacks. I mean, what are you looking for when you turn that thing on?
Well, I'm looking for. Well, it starts with what corridor we're in, and then down in distance, then it goes personnel, whatever it is. But I'm looking for body language, what the personnel is. If it's let's say third and short, I'm expecting run, whatever it is, just I'm looking for tendencies and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you can have all the tendencies in the world. If you're not technically sound and violent, you're gonna lose that battle. How you doing?
Combo social team. Can I borrow you for a minute?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go sign a camera lens.
Was there, but also the fit, and I feel like the fit was great. You got guys all around, and then you see yourself plugging it in a piece, and I definitely feel like, the goal was always to be here, but you never really know. And then as the season continues, I realized, like, okay, yeah, we have a great team. We're really focused and determined, and I think that was something that, as you see the games go on and retire, and then the way we handled adversity and stuff like that, different things, I just think, it's a great team, and things will show.
You could be a phenomenal public speaker. Good luck.
Appreciate it. No problem.
Kill it on Wednesday.
Let's do it. Crazy. Back to the West Coast. Nah, you're all good. I got in late, so we all good.
How's your Convo experience been so far?
Man, it's been crazy, man. I'm still looking around this thing, man. This is crazy.
I was talking with a couple guys from the staff yesterday, and they were like, man, we haven't seen anything like this.
Yeah, this is...
I said Pop-Tarts Bowl is one thing, he said, but this is like next level.
Yeah, no, this is fire. So when that light in the Dallas Cowboy game, where's that light come from?
Well,
the one the glare?
It'll come through the
that window.
Yeah, so there's been a little bit coming through that window too.
Yeah.
So right before y'all came, it was right through the middle of the field.
True?
Yeah.
I always see videos about that. I always want.
And how do you maintain your mentality coming into the team?
Well, it's always a blessing to get another opportunity. Every week, from last week, actually from week 6 until now, every week has been a blessing and an opportunity to fight for another game. And then I just got to keep that same mentality. Don't look at this as a bowl game. Look at it as a playoff game, a win or go home. And I don't want to go home without a win. So every game is a fight for another opportunity.
I spoke to your other teammates, and we all know that you did not get to go to the ACC championship game, which is obviously something that most teams want to go to. So how does that affect you, or how has it affected you with knowing that you kind of skipped that moment or that step, and now you're here in the playoffs?
You could look at it as a blessing and a curse. The curse obviously is not going. Obviously, you want to go there and win that. But the blessing is we got another week to take care of our bodies, prepare, whatever it is. We had a break, and we were able to take care of our bodies and prepare for Texas A&M. So you can look at it as a blessing for that, but also a curse because we didn't go.
Your team has come a very long way from, making bowl games barely, really having to develop and come into this revamped stage of now being here. What makes your team this season different from your other teams previously?
Well, I was here Coach Cristobal's first year. At that time, he brought in his culture, and it was a shock to most people. A lot of people didn't want to buy into it, and which is why our team wasn't as good as it always wanted it to be. And then he's a monster in recruiting when it comes to him recruiting and his staff recruiting. So he brought in the players that fit his culture, and obviously talented players as well. And year after year, more guys are starting to buy into his culture, and I think that's what helped us become the team we are today.
What is something that you've learned about yourself and your teammates over the course of this season?
About myself, I don't think I've learned anything about myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a pretty simple guy. I love football, and I'm kind of a homebody, and I love to eat. So when it comes to football, I've been working my whole life to prove people wrong and to make my mom happy. Really, because she's my biggest supporter. She's the person in this world who's the most proud of me no matter what I do. So that's what I learned. That's about myself, but I've known that. And my teammates, not really much. We all love football. We're all trying to win this championship. Day after day, week after week, whatever it is, we're just trying to strive to get this national championship.
Do you have any game day routines? Any superstitions? Do you do things separately?
I'm not really superstitious. I just roll out my quads, hamstrings, my lower body before every game. I don't like to listen to hype music, not often, like NBA YoungBoy and stuff like that, all that. I'm not really into all that pre-game. But then when it comes to 15 minutes before the game, then I'll start listening to a little bit more up-tune music, a little bit of Drake and stuff. But I'm not really a superstitious guy.
Okay. And last question: how have you all prepared yourself from your game previously against Texas A&M to now coming in here? Because you had a little bit of a break, but now it's kind of like you got to hit the ground running.
So I think the biggest thing for me personally is mental preparation. Obviously, I'm an older guy in college football, so I have a bunch of reps. But the most important thing for me is taking care of my body, which is going in the training room, whatever it is, extra treatment, and then mentally preparing for Ohio State when it comes to our game plan, what I think their game plan could be potentially. Any tips that they can give off to tell me what they're going to run pass, whatever it is, whatever type of run it is. But it was a big mental week and a half for me. And then when it comes to physical stuff, low impact at the beginning of the week, and then as the week goes on, start hitting more like indie and stuff like that when it comes to team stuff. But for me, mostly it's just mental. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'll side to you. My bad. Yeah. Good. How are
John
you?
Sanders with CBS. Would I be able to ask you a few questions?
Yeah, come on.
So, first question. We're here at AT&T Stadium, man. How exciting is it to be playing in a historic bowl like the Cotton Bowl, and really just the stadium?
It's a blessing to be playing in the Cotton Bowl, and it's my first time in this stadium. It's a beautiful stadium. I love it. I'm probably going to spend most of today admiring it, and then when it comes to Wednesday, forget all about it and just play football.
Yeah, speaking of football and just speaking of the opponent, right? I'm sure you guys have been watching film endlessly. Just what do you think stands out of Ohio State's offense, and what you guys feel like you guys can exploit?
Well, obviously they're an offense that can do a lot. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball. The receiver group is known nationally, but they have a great line of scrimmage. But I also think we have a great line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a battle. Whoever's going to be the most technically sound and physical group is going to win.
Yeah, something that Mario Cristobal said that really stuck out is you guys have dealt with a lot of adversity, and yet you guys just go back to the basics, just working hard, right? Just talk to me about how connected you guys are as a group and how it started from the very beginning.
Well, we're a team that loves football, for one, and we're a team that wants to win. So you take us back 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, whenever it was when we played SMU and we had lost that game. Me personally, I was down. I wasn't sure what to think. I was just lost. I didn't know what was next. But that next Monday, Coach Cristobal brought us all together, and he told us we're still in the fight. And all we have to do is win out. Just keep winning every single game. Go 1-0 every week, and we're gonna be where we want to be. And that's exactly what we did, and now we're where we want to be, and we gotta get this 1-0 and then keep moving forward. This is not a bowl game for us; it's a playoff game, and we're gonna treat it as such, and we're just gonna try to get this 1-0.
Yeah, I'm sure there was, in between that loss to SMU and now, there was a lot of noise coming y'all's way.
Yeah.
Have you guys kind of embraced the underdog role in a sense?
I've been an underdog my whole life. I've always embraced it. From when I was back home in Canada, people think I'm an undersized, maybe not fast enough, whatever it is. I've been working my whole life to prove everybody wrong and to prove the people I love right. But that's just my mentality. I've been an underdog.
That's all I got, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Bro, what you doing, bro?
Aeneas Cooper. I heard your underdog story. Can you tell me what made you want to play defensive end? Like, what pursued you to play that position?
I used to be a linebacker, but then one day I was at a camp in I think it was Michigan, and I was playing linebacker. We were doing one-on-ones, and I lost 3 reps in a row. And my coach told me, "You lose another rep, you're going to play D-line." The following rep, I lost it, and he sent me over with the D-line. And then ever since I put my hand in the dirt, I never took it out.
Oh, it's one-on-ones. So what is your record against the offensive lineman for the Miami Hurricanes, number 73, Aeneas Cooper? What is your record against him in one-on-ones?
I'll probably give it a 6-2 in my favor.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So always tell me when you first got there, since you're from Canada, you didn't know Coach Taylor was. Is that true?
It is. I didn't know. Like, I watched a little bit of NFL football, not really. Played the game a ton. You know, I knew the Ray Lewises, the Ed Reeds, Sean Taylor. You know, Troy Polamalu was my favorite player. You know, Bus, because I was a Steelers fan. But I did not know who Jason Taylor was, and they told me Jason Taylor's going to be your coach. I said, who? They said Jason Taylor, the Hall of Famer. I said, all right, I guess. And then I looked him up on YouTube, and I seen he was a baller. I'm like, oh, damn. But yeah, I didn't know who he was.
When he found out about that story, how did he react?
I don't know. I never told him.
Okay.
I don't think, maybe somebody did tell him, but I think he'll laugh about it.
All right, thank you.
No worries.
You're going up against Austin Serval and Filipinos on the offensive line. How would you evaluate Ohio State's offensive tackles and what you've seen from them?
Talented group as a whole, and then even as tackle, I think they're a physical group. They can defend, they can run block, they can pass block, whatever it is, they can really do it all. They're a gritty group, you know, they're gonna try to get you on the ground, swat hands down, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if I play technically sound football and I'm physical at the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna win that battle most of the time.
Yeah, and I just got done talking to Ruben, and he really stressed the importance of playing his game. For you, what is your game, and how would you describe it?
My game, I describe my game as, you know, I think I'm an explosive guy, and I'm physical at the point of contact, and I also have a wide arsenal of tools when it comes to pass rushing. I think really, I feel like truly I can do it all. Yeah.
And you came into the game last week against Texas A&M as an underdog and came in and won. You know, you haven't been an underdog too much this season, but you're coming into Ohio State again and the Cotton Bowl as one. Do you feel any sense of extra motivation, or do you always have that same fire?
I always got the same fire, because if you talk about it as a team, we haven't been an underdog most of the year. That might be right, but personally, for me, I've been an underdog my whole life. People always look over me, look past me, whatever it is. And right now, not just right now, really, my whole college career, even in high school, I've been just working to prove everybody wrong, show them that I can play football. I am a baller, and I am who I say I am.
Thank you so much, Akheem.
No worries. Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
Fozzie. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Nice meeting you.
I got my kiddo here too.
How you doing, man?
All right. We're joined now by defensive lineman Akheem Mesidor of the Miami Hurricanes. And Akheem, I spoke with Ruben a little bit earlier about a little friendly banter that you all may have trying to get to the quarterback the fastest. Is that true? Is that something that you all kind of talk about or compete on game day against?
Yeah, all the time. Game day, practice, whatever it is. He'll just come up to me and tell me explicitly, I'm not going to say it, but something, I'm going to get the quarterback before you, something.
That's awesome. Obviously, it's been working all season long. Both of you all have had a tremendous season. You talk about going up against this Ohio State offense, and you two will be key components to the success of this Miami defense and the physicality that you all play with. What's been the message that you all have had all season long as to the reason why you all have been so successful at the defensive position?
Block the noise out and play violent football. Violent, fast, exciting football all year.
Whose words are that? Is that from you? Is that from Coach Heatherman?
That's from Coach Cristobal and Coach Heatherman, both of them together. Yeah, Coach Heatherman, it's fast, physical, violent, stuff like that, and then Coach Cristobal is block out the noise.
So now I know you're a native Canadian, correct? You speak another language, is that true?
Yeah, I speak, my first language is French. I went to a French school from kindergarten up until the 8th grade. If you ask me to speak French, I can, but I lost it a little bit. I got nobody to practice with or none of that, so I'm losing it a little bit. But when it comes to understanding, I fully understand. Holding a conversation, I do my best.
Do you talk trash in French ever to the other teams?
Nah, because they won't even understand. There's no point.
Last one for me, Jason Taylor, obviously defensive line coach. What type of impact has he had, and what are some of the things that you've been able to learn from a guy of that caliber teaching you as your coach?
I've been able to pick his brain, because he's done it. He did it in the league for almost 15 years at the highest level, right? So if I ever have a question, I'll ask him. If I see a look, I'll ask him, how would you approach this look, this block, whatever it is? And then he gives me a bunch of insight on not just the physical stuff, but the mental stuff when it comes to formations, when it comes to O-line, tight end, where the running back is, looking at these different keys that can help you predict what is about to happen.
I love it. I appreciate it, Akheem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, keep doing your thing, brother.
Appreciate it. Take care, man.
Thanks so much. Check us out. Kiddo, man. I got the youngster with me this year.